Hello guys, welcome back.
We got empties.
Lots of them. As always. I accidentally stole this bag from Ulta one time when I was shopping, so now it's our empties bag, and now I'm scared to go to Ulta again. But if you're interested to see everything we finished up, then just keep on watching.
So for skincare, we finished up quite a few things. This I hated with every fiber of my being. This is the Bioderma oil. It's not in English. Adoderm. Oh, ultra. Stupid. There is English on here. Ultra nourishing anti-irritation shower gel. Lies. This was highly irritating.
I think it's meant for the body.
Well, it is meant for the body. I saw a few reviews on this. I got it on Amazon. I saw a bunch of people say this is like a great makeup remover, and I was on the hunt at the time for like the best cleansing oil. Like that was the best bang for my buck. So I picked this up, and this burned so bad.
I liked it on the body though.
It had a heavy fragrance. I should have checked on the fragrance before that, but I assumed because it was meant for sensitive skin that it wouldn't have fragrance. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. It was fine on the body.
It was good for like shaving your legs or whatever. If you struggle with that. I didn't really like it for shaving anything else. But it was good on the legs, and it was hydrating enough. So it was, I mean, if you have like dry skin, that might be really good for your body. But
it was all right. I wasn't a big fan. I wouldn't buy it again.
A cleansing oil that actually does work, and it's not even a cleansing oil. This is the Up and Up Light Sesame Formula Body Oil. It's basically like the Neutrogena body oil.
It's just the Target brand.
The Target brand, 16 fluid ounces. It's like $10 for this thing, and you can use it as a cleansing oil. And we have been on the hunt for the best makeup remover forever, because every time we get one, it hurts our eyes or it burns my skin. I have really sensitive under eyes, and they will like puff up if something hurts. This doesn't hurt. This is amazing. It's so cheap and so good. I urge you, if you need an oil cleanser, to just use this. Dr. Dre actually recommended
specifically the Neutrogena one, because they have a fragrance-free version. This one does include fragrance, but it was still really good.
It was barely anything. The only fragrance I could like kind of smell was the sesame in it.
Yeah, let me look at the
ingredients.
Yeah, it doesn't have, fragrance is the last item on the list.
So it's really low.
It's really low on the list. It was, I mean, obviously we try to do fragrance free, but in a wash out formula, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you can go fragrance free, go for it. But this was awesome. Like, seriously, don't buy the freaking marketed cleansing oils because they're so expensive. Just get a body oil like this, or the Neutrogena one that we were saying, and use this as a makeup remover, because I don't think I'll ever go back to anything else. No. Pride and joy, the love of my life, the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I'm using another one of these currently. I basically, when it got too low to pump, I just like popped it out into my new one. This is just my favorite cleanser, go-to all time. Like it never fails me. I don't know why I ever stopped using this, but I haven't put it down since I fell in love with it again. So 10 out of 10, love CeraVe all around.
So while we were on the hunt for a makeup remover, I got this Neutrogena eye makeup remover lotion. It says that you're just meant to remove it with a cotton pad and not wash your face.
That sounds
But
scary.
it's meant for just your eyes, so I think it's meant so like you move it with a cotton pad around your eyes, and then you just wash your face and don't wash your eyes. It's meant for sensitive skin. There is no fragrance in this. I didn't think this was the best remover ever, but it was really good if you have really sensitive eyes and like an oil isn't working for you. It was really gentle. It did remove mascara. I didn't love it for the face, but on the eyes it did a really great job, and I probably won't repurchase it because of the body oil, but this wasn't like a bad purchase by any means.
No, it's pretty solid. Then we used up our Drunk Elephant TLC Sakari Baby Facial. We have been through God knows how many of these.
A lot.
And now is the time that we've decided we no longer want to buy this. So I think what has changed since we really got a little more informed about skincare and things like that is we don't need a product like this to be used so often. We still have our pumpkin mask from Peter Thomas Roth, and I use that once a month max, and that's more than enough exfoliation for me. So the fact that we were using this once or twice a week is baffling to me.
My skin just feels better. It is a little bit more textured. Like I can tell a lot of times I'm like, ooh, I should exfoliate, but I'm using a retinol right now, and I already have pretty sensitive skin when it comes to things like that. and I really didn't want to hurt myself in any way. So there's that. But yeah, I don't think we'll be repurchasing anything like that anytime
It's a good
soon.
product, but I just feel like
It's not necessary.
Not necessary.
To our skin.
Yeah, for us. It's not necessary anymore.
I would say, however, the one exfoliant that I am really liking that I might use once every couple of weeks if I'm feeling really dull is from Peter Thomas Roth. It's the water thermal mask thing. It's basically like this really thick, grainy kind of clay. It's not like super grainy, but it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a weird
It doesn't
texture.
feel like a physical exfoliant, but it has a sort of grit to it. But it's not like identifiable pieces, or it doesn't feel like, you know, sugar, anything like that.
Yeah.
There is just some sort of grit to it.
You just put it on your face and then you leave it for a few minutes, then you take cold water and you massage it in and you leave it for a few minutes and then wipe it off with a washcloth, and it's perfect. It's super fast. It's like a 5-minute mask.
And it's pretty, at least it's pretty gentle on my skin.
Yeah, it definitely makes my skin red, but it doesn't leave any extra irritation or anything. So that would be the only, I think, exfoliant that I'm going to repurchase in the future, because that's kind of like my go-to right now. I did use up this Cetaphil Rich Hydrating Night Cream. This is not rich nor hydrating. This is just as good as their normal kind of face lotion.
Pump face lotion.
I was looking for a new lotion. I can't remember why, but I was. And so I bought this, and it disappointed me. I used it during the day and I liked it, but it's just so little, and it was like $16.
It's definitely not thick enough for a night cream. It's nice for a day cream if you want something like that.
It's just small, and their one in the pump is just as affordable and
just as good.
Yeah, no.
If not better. And then we used up the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I've had a few of these over the years. It's just kind of a nice basic eye cream. I liked it mainly for like makeup application. I was using this to sheer out some of my concealers at some point because it's not a product that I necessarily want to purchase any longer, just because I'm pretty sure it's fragranced. Oh, there's still a little bit in here. But yeah, it's pretty decent. Like if you're looking for an eye cream, it's $10. So I just don't necessarily believe in eye cream anymore. So every time I get one, like using it is just really for the purpose of like having an eye cream, just to do it, you know. It's more of a fun thing than it is a necessary step in my routine. Yeah.
Same with this. We got it in a BoxyCharm before we canceled our subscription. This is the Murad Hydration Eye Cream. I didn't see any fragrance in this. I didn't smell any fragrance in this. This was it was fine as far as eye creams go, but I think you can just take a moisturizer between your fingers and pat it under your eyes. So I wouldn't buy this, but it was fine to use. It just wasn't anything magical.
My favorite eye cream is Aquaphor anyway, so.
Yeah. And then lastly on skincare, I think we got this in a BoxyCharm too. It's a sleeping mask. It's the Dr. Brant Hydro-Biotic Recovery Sleeping Mask. I liked this. It wasn't revolutionary in any way. Again, Aquaphor kind of sums up any and all needs I would need in a sleeping mask.
Yeah.
Just slathered out on my face. But this was okay to have. I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it, but I enjoyed it while I had it.
So we have two deodorants. One of them is this Mitchum 48-hour protection Pure Fresh Invisible Solid women's deodorant.
My favorite deodorant.
This one's really good. The thing is, I don't wear deodorant.
She doesn't smell.
I really, like, I don't.
There's
not an ounce of pit care that goes into my life. Like, I don't shave my armpits almost ever. It's very rare that I do that because I get really bad ingrown hairs, and I was getting rashes in my armpits. I think I don't know if it was psoriasis. I never went to the dermatologist because my rashes cleared up. So I wasn't able to get those checked out. But I think it may have been psoriasis. I was getting like these rough, scaly, bumpy patches everywhere. And my armpit got one really bad. And so for that reason, I tend to just not do a lot to them because they're so easily irritated. And the only time that I have ever really stunk was when I was pregnant. So that's when this came in handy for me. But when I buy a deodorant, it takes me literal years to use up. So this one is a good one though. It's pretty potent, like it's very, very powerful, which is why I like it.
It does rub on your clothes pretty bad.
Yeah, it does show up on your clothes. And then this is the Degree Dry Spray Stress Control Motion Sense deodorant.
I love this stuff.
It's a spray one. These are really cool. I actually like these just for fun. It's kind of like a perfume for me.
I like it
like a perfume deodorant because I don't wear perfume either.
Yeah, I like them because you know when like you shave your armpits and I guess I'm really sensitive, kind of like when you shave downtown. If you wear like tight underwear right after, you're gonna get a bunch of bumps. Like it just hurts. Same with my armpits, the same thing happens. So if I wear like a tight tank top and it runs up in here. Like my armpits will have really bad razor burn and stuff until I wait a few days and there's some prickles. But this stuff, since I don't have to rub it on my underarms, it's perfect for right after I shave because I can just go shh and I won't get any irritation because I'm not rubbing on my armpits, and that's what I love it for. I'm a stinky person. I wear like, I put on deodorant like 3 times a day. I don't know what it is, but my armpits always reek. Like I just can't help it. I've been through like about 1,000,001 types of deodorants to try and, you know, see what happens. But I sweat like a pig. Vic does not. So it's weird because like you can tell, like there's been so many videos where Vic will be like, you stink. And I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it.
It just really smells.
I wash myself all the time. Then I have my Frankenbody coffee scrub. This is my tried and true. I will never buy a different body scrub. It's just so good. There's nothing better. They now sell it at Target, so that makes it really easy for me to repurchase it. I've been using it a little bit less than I used to because I realized I don't need it as much as I thought I did in terms of like exfoliating once a week. I'll normally use it every other week now, but I still use it quite a bit and it's still my favorite. I just hate how messy it is. It's really a pain in the ass, but it's truly unbeatable in terms of how your body skin feels after you use it. Anybody that hasn't tried this, I urge you to save up $16 and go buy it because your life will be changed for the better. And then this is my UTAN Self-Tan Turbo Mousse, the cherry almond scent. I bought this because Jamie Genevieve is always talking about how this is her favorite self-tanner. This was actually the Jamie Genevieve kind, I think, but she's always talking about like it's her favorite self-tanner ever, and this is the one she always goes back to, and it smells so much better than other self-tanners. It definitely still will create that self-tanning smell, but not right away, just kind of after it's worn in or like if you sleep in it. But it smells like cherries. And it creates the most beautiful color on the skin. I'm not wearing it today. I bought some Loving Tan again to try that out. This is definitely like 20 times better. But I get ulta points on Loving Tan, so. But I really love this. I'll probably repurchase it when I feel the need to, when I'm kind of sick of Loving Tan, because I feel like it doesn't get me, it doesn't stick on my skin very well.
So we have a few hair care items. First up is products that I don't get the hype behind. This is the Briogio Scalp Revival Charcoal plus Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. My mom was using this, and then she gave me the rest of it because I was having like oily scalp problems. My hair type changed so like overnight one time, and so now my hair is really oily really fast. So I was looking for something to help like subdue that. Yeah. So I tried this out. I don't understand it.
It does dry the fuck out of your hair, so.
Yeah, I don't like it as a shampoo. It didn't do much to scrub my scalp. I just felt like I couldn't get it on my scalp where I needed it because I tried like a shampoo, you know? And then it was like, now my hair has grit in it and it was just a mess. I didn't like this at all. I would not recommend this. Tati told me about this years ago when she existed, and yeah, no, she was wrong. Don't buy this.
This is the Kenra clarifying shampoo. I bought this kind of for the same reason. I wanted a clarifying shampoo to kind of just get out the gunk in my hair, since I do go quite a while between washes and I do have a lot of dry shampoo in my hair most of the time. I thought that, you know, every other wash would be good with like a clarifying shampoo. I quite like this. I don't know if I would repurchase it because I don't know if it made a huge difference, but I did like it while I was using it.
Bad.
I just don't know if it made any difference in the way that my hair felt overall, like if it was any cleaner or anything like that. Maybe it wasn't, I didn't know, but it's good. But I would, if I was purchasing it, I would just purchase it as a shampoo, not as a clarifying shampoo, if that makes sense. Let's talk about the best hair mask to have ever existed next to Olaplex.
Listen, the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy Luster Lock Instant Shine and Repair Treatment.
So bomb.
Oh, buddy. I think they changed the packaging on this recently.
They did.
But it's like, it's almost
like Vaseline.
Like Aquaphor or Vaseline, like that kind of consistency. It smells divine. So I want this in like a perfume, even though I don't wear perfume, that's beside the point. It smells great. This is so good for your hair. I normally use this like, this is how I do my hair in the shower now, like how I wash it to help with that oil. I normally use like a Head and Shoulders type shampoo product, which I know is not the best for your hair and it does not help with the color obviously, but It's the only thing that has been helping me right now. And then I'll go on with a hair mask after because I know that can be so damaging to the hair. And this is one that I really like. There's also another one I use from Joico that I've also been liking.
I'll put a picture on the screen. It's in a blue tube.
It has a blue tube, yeah.
It's very similar, but a little bit less.
It's a lot. It's a little less thick and like hydrating. But this is just the bomb. Like 10 out of 10. This is one of the best like in shower kind of hair masks I've found. I don't think I've used this overnight, but I bet that would be really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bless.
Now for the real best hair mask.
There was a big size of it that came, big size, are you fucking kidding me? But big size of it that came onto Sephora sometime last year around Christmas time, I think. And so I bought a few of them because Olaplex, I go through it so fast, and the normal size of this maybe lasts like 3, 4 sometimes uses on my hair because I tend to put it on dry hair because that's what it'll soak up the Olaplex better that way because there's nothing within the follicles like water. So I normally do it that way, so I really actually have to saturate the hair. I can't just run it through wet hair, and so it doesn't last very long for me. And so I got this bigger size, and I've been using it a little bit less often because I haven't bleached my hair since July, so it's not as in need of some love and love. But this is my favorite hair mask of all time. I really hope they come out with another size like this around Christmas time again so I can stock up. I have one left, and then I'm probably gonna buy a couple small ones during the VIB sale just because it's what saves your hair. And at the rate we like to change colors, I know after my next color I'm gonna probably bleach the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to bleach this out because I have a different color in mind.
Yeah. So it'll be a minute before I need like a ton of this, but I want a ton of this now.
This is the Batiste Coconut and Exotic Tropical Dry Shampoo. I hate every smell that Batiste has to offer. Let me be clear about that. Every time I buy a new one, even though I've tried all of them at this point, I think, I hate it. I hate it, but it's just, this is the prettiest one to look at. I'm like, oh, yellow. Look at the flowers and the leaves.
Love
so
that.
Nice. Smells like asshole. But this is my favorite dry shampoo. I guess I haven't tried a lot more than this, but also this is cheap and look at this size.
Now that my roots are growing out, I kind of want the one with the brown in it again because
yeah, it does. It can have a bit of a cast. Normally, if I because my hair is so dark on this side and then dark on my roots right now, I normally will use this like overnight. Like I'll really saturate my scalp in it and then sleep in it, and then I'll wake up with like clean hair, not oily hair. I feel like there's more in here. Not quite empty.
That's just air though. No, it's not. Oh, well, it was just air when I used it. And lastly, we have one of the hair dyes I used on my head. This is the Lunar Tides hair dye in Solar Flare. If you love fun colors, I urge you to go look at Lunar Tides hair dye.
They have the coolest colors I've ever seen. It's not your basic like Roy G. Biv. They have the coolest. They have a periwinkle, which I'm highly considering. Let me tell you. They have these. Oh, their colors are just perfect.
Yeah,
love them.
They're gorgeous. I really like this. I hate the packaging of it. I wish it was in a squeezy tube. I talk about it in my hair dye video if you guys want to check that out. But this orange has lasted really well actually on my hair. And typically like oranges. I've never done orange before, but like pinks and reds, like the lime crime ones I did, washed out really quick. The red was almost completely gone within a month. And so I'm kind of thinking that these have a little bit more lasting power because even after I had dyed it, the first shampoo I did with it, like almost no color came out in the shower. Like within the shampoo, I wasn't holding like orange soap. It was crazy. So these I think have really good lasting power, which could be a miss for me considering I changed my hair so much, but it also could be a hit in the way that it will stay if you like bright colors.
Stay looking good. Yeah, and it's great because, I mean, I haven't tried these yet personally. Rachel has, and so far she likes them, but it's good. It might be our our real alternative to Arctic Fox because that was our favorite hair dye prior to finding out about all of their schemes, well, Kristen's schemes and scandals and
racism and disgusting. Yeah.
So, Paramore for the win.
It's not Paramore.
Oh, I thought Hayley Williams came out with Lunar Tides.
No.
What's the other one?
Good Die Young.
Oh, never mind. So we used up two oils from the Ordinary. One is the Rosehip Seed Oil, the other is the Marula Oil. You see these in every Empties video we've ever done. At least these oils for me are less of a well, they're starting to become more of a staple again now that the weather is really dry, but this summer I didn't find I needed an oil for that extra like lock-in. But I have been using these a lot again, just in my nighttime routine. Yeah, just thought I'd mention that these are great. They've been a staple forever for me.
I cannot be one of those people that puts on a moisturizer at night and I'm like, good night. My skin will wake up so upset with me. The only other skincare item we forgot to mention, this is a mini of the Clinique Super Defense City Block Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I actually thoroughly enjoyed using this. I think there is a slight tint to it, which I wasn't a fan of, but it's gonna look ashy on darker skin regardless because it's a physical sunscreen. But this was a nice little sunscreen, and I thought this wouldn't last me very long, but it lasted me like 4 uses, which I was surprised by, especially with like the 2-finger method. It was good.
We've got 2 powders here. These were the 2 remaining powders in our collection. Standalone powders. Yeah. We still have some in face palettes, but so this is the Colourpop No Filter Loose Translucent Powder. This was a pretty nice face powder in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was kind of finicky. Like, it didn't work with every formula of concealer I had, but it was very lightweight on the skin. I felt it was very forgiving as far as what it looked like. It was like the best no powder I found. And then for the most expensive, overhyped garbage butt shit I've ever tried in my life, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 1. This was just a face powder.
It was fine.
It was no better than my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin pressed powder.
Probably worse.
Probably worse. Don't buy this. I don't know why people hype this up so much. It doesn't look like it's not powder, which if I'm going to buy a powder to powder, I don't want to see the powder on my skin. Even with the tiniest bit of this, I can tell instantly. I'm like, powdered.
Yeah.
Mattified. No.
3 concealers. One was the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. Vic just finished this up. Her thoughts were more in the Project Pan video, but it's just too full coverage for our liking at this point. But in my opinion, it's the best very full coverage concealer. I don't know about with powder, but without powder, it's lovely. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This was a really good eye primer, actually, weirdly enough. I really enjoyed it for that, so it was really nice if you wanted like a blanked out P. Louise kind of canvas, like that's so popular in the UK, but you don't want to deal with the creasing. This actually worked really well on my lids. And what's the name of this?
Here's the backup.
CoverGirl Vitalist, the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Concealer Pen. All the writing is worn off. I've been through a few of these in my day. I really like them. The reviews are garbage, and I don't understand why. I think that it's lovely. I think that the shades don't go bright enough for like a brightening kind of pen, the way it's marketed. And there's probably not enough shades, honestly. I haven't checked. I think it's discontinued.
I think it's discontinued.
But I loved this stuff. It was so nice. It was just very, like, I would normally use like a shit ton of it because I would use it as like an actual concealer and I was a brightening pen. And it was like a nice, like, medium coverage when you used a lot. And it had like a very nice finish to it. I don't know how to explain it. It was
just very beautiful.
It wasn't satin, and it definitely wasn't matte, and it wasn't dewy either. It was just like a natural kind of finish. I just thought it looked really nice under the eyes. I loved it.
We used up a few primers. This is a mini of the Marc Jacobs Coconut whatever Perfecting Undercover Primer. I love this primer. We've had a full size in the past and loved it. And I would highly recommend this. I would totally buy it again, just not right now because I have so much. But I do love this. And then I found a little mini of the Touch and Soul No Poreblem in our backups, so I used that up.
We've been through a full size and another mini of it too.
We've been through a few of these. It is nice if you have dry skin and you want some pore filling action, but over this I would recommend like the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. We just got the luminous one. Really like it so far. So I would recommend that over this, but this is not bad.
It's good for dry skin.
And then the NYX Angel Oil Primer, I hate this. I hate this so much. Using this up was just awful. You might like it if you have oily skin and big pores, but I have dry skin and
pores that I don't care about.
Not to toot my own horn. My pores are invisible. Okay, my pores don't need filling in. So these kind of products are just a little pointless to me. I like the smoothing aspect of it, but I found that this mattified my face way too much and made my nose look really crusty. So yeah, I don't recommend that.
So I used up my Colourpop Pretty Fash Tinted Moisturizer in medium 12W. I could probably go like one shade deeper in this if I really wanted to, but I think this is probably a good shade for me, especially with this glowing tan light. But this was like,
this is the best
Next to the original Natasha Denona Face Glow, I have not found anything to beat this.
I'm almost out of mine, which is way too light for me, and I am so buying another one, like, so fast afterwards. I think after I finish the 2 foundations I'm working on my project pan, that's when I'm gonna purchase it. But I don't know yet. I'm trying to hold off and be good, but like, it's so good.
Yeah, I love it. And this is the e.l.f. Liquid Highlight. I would definitely buy this again. It's like $3 and it's the best liquid highlighter I've ever tried. If you have deep skin tones and you've tried this, let me know. But like, I don't know how it looked because it's kind of icy. But it is very sheer and kind of oily and like delicious and shiny.
Oh, it's so wet and balmy. Beautiful.
It remains tacky, so.
So we used up 2 nude sticks products. This is, I think this is in Purity.
It's the matte lip
This is the matte lip and cheek. I'm really impressed by this formula. Let me repeat what I just said before the camera cut off. Dare I say the only good matte formula on the market. This was so good on the face and on the lips. I don't think you use this on the eyes either. Not our thing, but yeah, love this formula. Love this formula. I would buy this shade and this formula again. And then this was the dewy all over cheek color in Poppy Girl. I don't know if that's the same as the Nudies Bloom,
but it's not.
I'm confused. It feels similar to the Nudies Bloom formula, but the color of Poppy Girl in this size versus the full size are different. So I don't know if they're different formulas. I don't know. Anyway, this is really pretty. It was a nice bright coral shade. The Poppy Girl that we have in the full size is more of a rosy coral, not like
it's a little bit more red or like berry.
Brick. Like, yeah, it has something different to it. This one is just a lot more neon, I guess. Still really good color, really good formula. I really love nude sticks products. If they had a better range, maybe that would be nice. And
that's why I won't buy any of their bronzer stuff, because Bambi calls my name. But guess what? There's no shades of that.
Yeah, I can't tell what I would like to, like, so for brands like nude sticks, or for instance, like Physicians Formula, something like that, do you boycott the brand altogether, or do you only buy the products that have inclusive ranges within the brand, or more inclusive ranges, I should say? Because their blushes they go fairly deep. Their lip colors go fairly deep. Obviously, their eye sticks are a little more versatile on who they can be worn with, but yeah, I don't really know. I really like nude sticks, so I wouldn't like to like boycott them, you know, for selfish purposes. But I will if it means standing up for, you know, someone with deeper skin tone being able to get a hold of these beautiful formulas. Seriously, nude sticks.
I have 2 lip glosses. One is the Lime Crime Wet Cherry Gloss. This is in the shade Cherry Crush. This is such a lovely formula. It's very good. Vic hates the smell. I love it. I just find them to be a little bit expensive, and you can go through them very, very, very fast.
You went through them like water. There's not a lot of product.
But it is a really nice formula, especially with the range of kind of colors they have. So the more unique ones might be worth it, but like a normal, everyday nude kind of lip gloss might not be, because you go through them expeditiously. And as always, a plumping lip gloss. What do you mean? This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Amazing, incredible, iconic. Not as good as the Ulta in-house brand one, so I won't be repurchasing, but I still have one more to go through that I'm working on kind of right now.
So we have 3 mascara type products. 2 of them are the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primers. We used the lash primer until roughly 4 years past its expiration date. I don't stick to the same rule with mascara, because for some reason these just last so much longer, probably because I only do like 1 or 2 coats of it before I add mascara. But this is just a staple for me. Like, I can't really go without this without feeling upset and offended by my own lashes. So 10 out of 10, love these guys. And then this is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. Fire. It was really good, except it lasted not long at all.
No.
It was like, after 2 weeks maybe, it felt like dry, like can't use it anymore for mascara dry. Now we've just been using it as like the brush to help like with other mascaras when they get too clumpy. I really love this, but I wouldn't buy it again just because of how fast it dried out.
A couple random things. This is the Lottie London Freckle Tint. We love this, you know. Right now we're kind of trying different freckle techniques, so we haven't been using ours as often. But after we ran out of this, we were like, we need it back. So I bought it. This is a perfume that I did not give a shit about. Vic actually
I actually really liked it. It was
Used
the only
it up.
perfume I've ever used up, probably.
It was very, like, fresh. It's the Alter Estate Graceful perfume.
We probably got it in, like, a sampler at Ulta or something.
Yeah. And then this is the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers Lip Topper in Meadow. Great. We only used it on the eyes, though. Burns like a bitch.
Funny story about Lime Crime, guys. They reached out to us, and we were gonna do like what we thought was like sponsored content for their Instagram page, and then they were like,
"Oh, it's actually not paid.
It's actually not paid. It's just we
use your
use your content for ads." So we like it was just this weird like wording. So we were gonna do like a takeover on their Instagram for a little bit, but we decided against that because smaller creators deserve paid content as well. But it was
that new collection would have been nice.
It was kind of funny to see Lime Crime, you know, end up in our emails, and then having to turn them down was like literally gut wrenching. I was like, no. But it's fine. I'm not like boycotting the brand or anything. Like it really doesn't bother me that much. They said maybe they'll reach out later when they said they're like out of budget or whatever. I don't know. I feel like that's just a bullcrap excuse, but who knows? Yeah. Maybe they'll reach out next year. We'll see what happens. Rachel finished up, we both use this. This is the Colourpop lipstick in Voy. The best concealer nude lipstick to have ever graced the market, and yet Colourpop discontinued it. Just like they did Tiptoe. Just like they do with every good Super Shock shadow that they've ever produced. Just like they do with the only good products they have. But guess what they still keep? Going Coconuts. They still keep all of the palettes that look exactly like the I Love Sanahi collab that they just decided to use and pop of TLS in every palette. The Hocus Pocus bullshit collection. I can't. If Colourpop doesn't get their crap together and produce me more Super Shock shadows, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably die. This is the Sony Kasha Quick Clean Dry Brush Spray. This is really good, but you can just use rubbing alcohol. This is MAC Fix Plus slash, because we did use up MAC Fix Plus, slash the Ulta SPF setting spray of some sort. Yeah, garbage. Let's not talk about it. Wet n Wild Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. I love these things. I wish they were in bigger sizes because they're like my favorite. They like super soak your face. They're so good. And we're just going to have a small memorial for my Hollywood Flawless filter. Now that it is pretty much gone, I can't get anything else out. And it's my favorite thing ever. But it's gone, it's dead. There's nothing we can do about it, and I will just deal with it. So that's all for the Empties. I did want to mention, because I don't think I brought it up in a video yet, I bought a nail polish on Amazon that is like an anti-nail biting kind of nail polish, and it has been amazing, life-changing. My nails are still ridiculously short because they were short to begin with, but I finally have like white growing on them, which has not happened in literal years. Like, I've been biting my nails since I was a child, like down to the nub, normally bleeding, like bad. And I've been so self-conscious about it because people always would make comments like, "Oh God, your nails, like what's wrong?" Like, I'm like, I don't know, like I just eat them. I don't know what to tell you. They just end up in my mouth. So I got this nail polish, and it's really, really, really awesome. We'll put a picture on the screen, and then I'll link it below. If you have that same problem. My nails are still short, like I said, and I have been picking a little bit at my cuticles and a little bit of my nails, but I'm trying not to. But it is like, I've tried products like that before, and this is the only one that has ever been so effective for me. I'm going on a week and a half without biting my nails now, I think, maybe even longer. So I just wanted to mention that, because if anybody else struggles with that like I did, you need it. And we'll end up doing like a standalone video if it does work and we have pretty nails eventually. Yeah, it'll just take a minute for mine to grow out to a point where I'm comfortable showing my hands on camera. So we'll see. I'll have to fix my cuticle problem. I told you, cuticle picking is a disease. I go through it daily. Yeah. But that's all for the Empties. Sorry this was a incredibly long one. I am just so thrilled to edit it. And like and subscribe before you go. We hope to see you in the next video. Bye!